banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
15. Yellow. Attack.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
43.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Took off with it again. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Excellent job by the quarterback to get away from trouble. Get a solid gain, get the first down, and get yourself out of bounds. Not exactly the way you draw it up, but no one's coming away disappointed by that end result.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Another try following the sack. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
15. Yellow.
3rd and long for Mahomes. On the move, headed right. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. from the red zone now. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, 43, 15. I don't need to.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Brees Hall with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
60 Eagles.
Play fake here, Daniels. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the big game downfield. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock. We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. Broke through the tackle. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Easy.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On target to Worthy. And this is down all the way to the 3.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Hall has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Play action, Mahomes. Escape, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I think his decision-making were to check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's on the move. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with. and he was lucky to get what he could.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. They'll go. It's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer.
Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
19, Lion. Tracking 60. 60
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
19 tight, 19 tight. Left wing 19.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Catch made by All. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Warriors 70. 18.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's going to be caught by All. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That's brought in by McLaughlin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Daniels from the pistol. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
I don't listen. 15. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cater Calhoun. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Cowboy 80.
Now Daniels off the play action. He puts some power on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right? Yep. Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive at home. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on third and long. It's another first half mistake. Oh, no, it's loose. And now the Bengals have it.
Yeah, I get it, Kate. Third down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing fourth down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on first. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. And it's the Bengals who have it 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Pretty obvious, this defense. I mean, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
They motion the tight end over. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
60 by 6. Go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. This fires on, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Trap 60. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's throwing deep to the left side. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
Again, Daniels to the air. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Finds his target hole. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 3rd down. Daniels back to throw. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. We'll start from the 39. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It'll be a punt of 39 yards in the end. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Buys time, rolling right. Bouncing football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. But sometimes the sidelines can be an offensive player's best friend, and that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Yellow. Return.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Yellow. 15. Yellow. Yellow. Right.
Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Set, go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass caught by the rookie from Arkansas. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
He throws a... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Alone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Another carry for him. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throwing now, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! More momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
19, 18.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by Pollard. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Set, ready.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Daniels. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Attack! Hey, 57, 57. Attack!
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Yellow.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Motioning him from the slot right. Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
Come back. 43. Attack.
Receiver in motion, headed right. First and 10, it's Mahomes. And they're all over him. He goes down. The flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. So they'll be set up with a first and goal when we come back. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now trail by just a point in the fourth. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Now Daniels to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Go.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw Mahomes. Able to hit home, complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. They send a man in motion. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Complete out to the right side. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They go right back to Hall. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You've got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Trying again following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun, Daniels. He's got Shaheed. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Again, Daniels to the air. Caught by Pollard. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense up to the line fast. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals losing by 7. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Set up.
They bring their tight end left. Daniels on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as...
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he's brought down for a loss. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. The toss right side to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Yellow, yellow. Attack!
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's going to be a pickup of about 2, and that leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.